Hi everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video. In this one I'm creating a simple one-page spread in the small craft journal, and I'm using Dina's stamp set, the circled stamp set. It came out, I think it was the September release in 2022. So first of all I am stamping an image onto some acetate. Using black archival ink, it does work really well. You do have to leave the ink to dry for quite a while. You can dry with a heat tool, but you do need to make sure that your acetate or transparency is not going to shrivel up when you apply heat to it. So sometimes it's better just to stamp them the day before you think you're going to need them and leave them, set them aside to dry. So stamping some images onto acetate so that I can then choose which ones I want to use. So then once I've set those to one side to dry, I'm then going to start adding some colour onto my page. So I'm going to create circles of rainbow colour, starting off with ruby in the centre, and then I'm going to add tangerine, I think, next. After I've used up the bit of leftover paint on my brush. Yeah, so tangerine, I'm just going to go round that red. This is one thing I sometimes like to do, is use up leftover paint on a tag, and then I just pop the tags back in my tag box to use another time.
Which is then quite useful because it means on those moments where you want to create some art but you don't quite know what to do, you can kind of grab one of those tags that's got ready-made colour on it, and you've got your starting point there already, and just add your collage and your stamped image, or wherever it is you want to go with it, or even just journal on it, write on it. You've got your starting point ready for you. So here I'm just working out from the centre of my rainbow colours. You can see I've accidentally still got some red on my brush. Nightmare. So I've just cleaned my brush off. I was getting rid of that offending red. How dare it? It does not. You have no place there next to the green. What are you doing? And then just continuing to pull those colours round in the rainbow, round in that circle shape. So as ever, the colours that I've used are ruby, that does look like Tangelo, lemon, lime, turquoise, blackberry, and then finally magenta. So with this final colour, I am kind of pulling it out right to the edges of the page here. And then I've gone back in again over those colours and just kind of defined some of them more, because some of them had got a little bit lost. So this is the image that I stamped at the beginning. It was nice and dry. You do need to be careful when you're stamping on acetate. It can take forever to dry, and some acetates and transparencies are heat proof and some are not, so just go easy, go carefully with them. You can stick them in with gel medium. This is Dina's ultra thick gel medium. This works perfectly because it dries clear, so you won't see, at the minute it looks a bit sort of foggy, but you won't see that once it's dry. You can also use a clear glue or staples, depending if you can get your stapler to reach. So then I'm using the growing things, or things that grow, stencil and stamp set, stencil and mask set, sorry, not stamp, and adding some of these really cool dots onto my page using some white, and the white is there as a contrast with the bright colours. So I'm just kind of pulling those around the edge of my page really, and that kind of acts as a bit of a frame as well for the image in the centre. So then I am creating a spiral, working out from the centre. And this is where I'm going to do my writing. So this is where my journaling is going to go, in this kind of spiral path that I have drawn, just giving it a quick dry, trying not to get in the way of the acetate there so that it doesn't buckle. And then I'm going to be using a Posca pen, and I'm going to do my words in here. So I'm starting at the centre where it's quite small, and just going to keep turning my book as I write. And you can see that's quite an effective way to add the text onto my page. It's a bit different. And then I'm just going in with the Signo Uniball in white, and I'm just outlining some of those dots from that stencil, and that just pulls those into the foreground a little bit more. So I hope you've enjoyed watching me create this fairly straightforward page using rainbow colours and a bit of acetate and some text to create a fun, bright page in the Small Craft Journal. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you again soon.